What's going on, everybody? This is Afrothinktank, back in the United States and back on the grizzly grind so I can make some more money so I can repatriate that money to Africa to build the things that I'm building, right? In reality, Pan-Africans who are based in the United States have to still work in the United States to make that money to leverage it in Africa until their organization is big enough to fund them, or until they reach the pinnacle of self-sufficiency, and then they can go permanently to Africa or go back and forth and be a world citizen like myself, right? I like to say, to clarify, pan-Africanism doesn't mean you have to get up and move to Africa and get rid of your African-American heritage, your African-American culture. That's not what it means. What it means is you as an African-American are working with your brothers and sisters around the world that look like you, that have the same heritage and have the same connection to Africa, right? Basically, you black, if you African, work together, help each other out, do business with each other, consider each other for business and personal relationships first before anybody else, and equally lift everybody up out of the situations that they find themselves in, right? That's Pan-Africanism. It's very, very simple. It's not a club of people who bash other people, because we got a lot of groups out there. I noticed that, like, yeah, ADOS, however it was meant to be created, American Descendants of Slaves, to identify certain black people, which I think is a horrible name, by the way, because you still attach the word slavery to yourself, which is still a chain that the master put around your neck that you prefer to wear. I don't get with that. Foundational Black American is just a playoff for ADOS, but to me, it detaches yourself from Africa because you feel like you need to delineate from other Africans, because you feel like African people are moving into Africa and taking your spaces, which is just, it's stupid and hogwash, right? And it just means low information African Americans that don't know what's actually going on are just afraid of all these new people. They're afraid of change. They're afraid of looking at themselves in the mirror and seeing something that looks like them, that doesn't operate like them, that doesn't, do the same things they do, and kind of sometimes steps on some of the ideas that they have, because it's showing that something different can happen in a different way. And like I said, most people don't like change, right? They rather sit and toil in the same situations they've been in, complain about the same things they know, and they don't want to learn or do anything new. But that's fine and dandy. We're always going to have that people. Then we got those people that call themselves Black Americans. All of a sudden, you want to call yourself Black American instead of just African American or Black. We never had a problem with African American. We all love African American because African Americans actually love and honor their African roots, and we're doing more to learn about it, right? The people who call themselves Black American are African Americans who have receded into white nationalism because they feel comfortable with what they know, and they want to detach themselves from Africa due to jealousy and various other things. And a lot of them just can't afford to go to Africa anyway, so they make excuses. But to be honest, a lot of people calling themselves Black American, they can't even afford a plane ticket to go to Africa or go on a Caribbean cruise. They don't go anywhere. They're like the American version of village people, right? So we always have those elements, but the majority of us African Americans, we're proud to be African. We're proud to call ourselves African. We may not be the loudest one in the room because African Americans are too busy actually living life, too busy thriving in the communities that we are in, because African Americans are doing quite well, right? As a group of people compared to a lot of other group of people, despite the institutionalized racism that we do deal with. We do deal with those things, but African Americans don't necessarily make excuses, but we don't forget. We don't forget what's going on around us. And for everybody that say, oh, Black Americans or African Americans, whatever, we need to forget about the past and let racism go. That thing that's still happening, right? Remember, today is it's not this weekend. I think it's St. Patrick's Day today. I don't care because it's not my holiday. Where all white people pretend to be Irish, which is crazy because the Irish group of white people that were persecuted by the Anglo-Saxon Germanic white people, so they are the closest when it comes to understanding our plight, but for some reason, all white people want to pretend to be Irish and wear green. It boggles my mind. But anyway, the African American is told to forget about slavery that just ended like 5 minutes ago, then Jim Crow that ended like never, right? All of our cities and all of our accomplishments being hidden or destroyed. They want us to forget about that and move on while white people still reenact the Civil War right? While white people remember the Holocaust, and they want to remember all their historical times, and they want to push their history, their false, fictitious, made up history down the throats of everybody else. Religious people want to hold on to something that might have possibly supposedly happened 2,000-3,000 years ago. Asian religion, same thing. They want to hold on to something that happened 2,000-3,000 some years ago. But African people are told to forget about everything that happened just recently, which I always find amazing. We're the only people that's told not to remember anything that ever happened to us, anything we ever did. We're supposed to just let it go. Now, I understand it does behoove other groups for us to forget it, but we're never going to forget it, because African Americans, we value education and we value our history. And now that the world is learning, it's a new day, and we're never going to stop. So that's just what it is. But pan-Africanism, right? Pan-Africanism is an action, right? Not just words. And I notice we got a lot of people calling themselves Pan-Africans who are not Pan-African. And they making us look bad, man. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of fake Pan-Africans, right? Then you got your Pan-Africans. There's only Pan-Africans as long as you give them money, right? All their videos are either skewed towards you giving them money somehow, but you never actually see what they do to benefit the people. Or if they do benefit the people, maybe it's a tax write-off. You know how that works, right? Do the little tax write-offs or whatever, or something like that. But you don't see you don't see that many very genuine Pan-Africans actually showing you the actual work that they're doing, besides critiquing and talking shit about other black people. Because I swear, there's a lot of them getting lazy nowadays. A lot of so-called pro-blacks are getting lazy. All they do is come online, yappity yap about talking shit about FBA, talking shit about ADOS, talking shit about the pretendians. I mean, yeah, they're there to be talked shit about. But when 99.999% of your content is about one man, 99.9999% of your content is about one group, 99.9999% of your content is about negativity or judging others as if you don't live in a glass house yourself, at some point, the word Pan-Africanism being watered down to mean absolutely nothing, and it's not a good look, But I am happy to say there are some true Pan-Africans out there that's really teaching the people about their history. They're really out there teaching the people about their culture. They're out there actually building in Africa, doing things, building in the Caribbean, doing things, building in their communities in America, actually doing things, right? So even though in the midst of all the people utilizing Pan-Africanism for their own personal financial gain, whether it be overly expensive tourist trips, taking advantage of naive African Americans that want to go to Africa, whether it's people using the idea of Pan-Africanism to pump their right-wing Christian woman-hating conservative values, right? Whether it be Pan-Africans that just want to have a platform so they can bang on FBA, ADOS, or Tariq Nasheed, or whether you're a Pan-African that felt like, that all the hard work that you put into the Pan-Africanism wasn't being reciprocated because you thought that somebody was supposed to give you something or pat you on the back for your hard work, not understanding what it is to actually do right, to do good. We have a lot of those guys, and then they recede into all these other groups, which just kind of like hateful and vengeful and spiteful because they didn't get the support that they thought they were supposed to get. We have a lot of those people. We have a lot of different varieties of so-called pretend pro-black, pretend, a lot of pretending going on out there. But I'm really glad that the subscribers are getting smarter and smarter, and they're being able to sift through who's fake and who's real, right? And I employ a lot of you subscribers. Start calling out relentlessly on these so-called Pan-Africans about what they're actually doing, in Africa, what they're doing in the Caribbean, what they're doing in their own personal communities, to give them a leg to stand on to judge anybody else of what they're doing, right? Because, as I witness people say that they're doing this and that, you don't actually see them doing this and that. That's why I can talk. Everybody can go on my channel and see that I'm actually doing things. I'm walking the walk, not just talking. A lot of these guys are just running their mouths talking, right? But you don't know what they're doing. You don't see them walking, so start calling these guys out and don't let them not answer you. Cause I watched some lives where people will call these so-called pro-blacks and Pan-Africans out about what it is that they're actually doing, in the areas in which they say that they're operating, which in the countries they say they're operating in, in the neighborhoods and communities they say they live in that they're supporting. Start calling these guys out. Like, what are you doing? Where's the proof? Where are the videos? Where's the evidence of these things that you're doing so great that allow you to come on a platform and run your mouth and judge every other person that's probably doing more than what they are doing, right? And don't let it go, because I notice a lot of these fake pro-black Pan-Africans or self-conscious these Islams, these pro-Christian, like, they can never show you what they are doing outside of spending 3, 4, 5 hours on the internet talking to their best friends on live. Like, because if you got 3, 4 hours, let me tell you something. I don't know any hard-working American that has 3, 4 hours a day to be on live, honestly, unless you're getting paid. I really don't. Like, you got to have a lot of time on your hands to do that type of stuff, and you can't really be doing that in real life. That's why it's hard for me to go live, because I be, like, doing stuff, right? And going live for 3 hours, I'm like, that's a great waste of my time, especially to be talking in echo chambers with a bunch of, lesser educated individuals that just need a platform to talk their trash, and then they go back, to their regular lives where they don't do anything they say that they do, and, they don't contribute to society. Anyway, I'm glad that I'm back in America so I can do the things I can do, so I can continue to liberate the people around me and the people that I can help that truly need help and that truly appreciate the help that I can provide. Because to me, life is all about experiences, and it's all about how much good can you do? How much good energy can you do? How many people around you can you help, even if they don't always appreciate you? At the end of your life, right? At the end of your life, when you on your last day, can you sit back and say that you were satisfied with the things that you accomplished in life? Are you satisfied, with the things that you've done, or do you wish you could do more? I want to make sure that when I come to my last day, right, I know I'm satisfied with all the things I said I wanted to do, and I accomplished those things, whether it was everything I wanted to accomplish or not, that I tried and that I helped and impacted the most amount of lives possible, and as a true Pan-African, the measurement of my success is how many other African people can I help out? How many African people that look like me, black, how many of those people's lives can I impact in a positive way before I take my last breath? And if I can impact enough, and if I can do that myself, then I'll be satisfied. And I happen to know that I've been doing quite a good job, as I've been told by the people that surround me and the people that have been observing me. So I'm pretty happy. I'm already successful in life, 10 times over, whether it be, you get any measurement you want to measure it, I've already succeeded. And I'm just trying to, turn the page and succeed in another way as I continue on, because you never stop learning, never stop growing, never stop helping, never stop loving, even when the world seems like all it does is hate. So never stop loving, never stop helping, never stop learning, never stop seeking better opportunities, seeking more knowledge. Just never stop. Love is the ultimate power, right? And if you know how to take that love and spread that love despite all the evil things and all the bad things and negative things that's happening in your life, you would have succeeded. Trust me. Because like I said, love is the ultimate. In all these religions, everybody knows love is truly the ultimate power, even though some uneducated people think that hate, divisiveness is that power, but love overrules and overpowers all at the end of the day. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach them. I'm out.